So today I'm going to show you how to make the thermal detonator from Star Wars. So you want to start by getting yourself one of those plastic fillable ornaments. You just want to open it up and cut the little ornament tabs off of each half of the ball and stick it back together. So then I took some Wonderflex Pro. It's a little bit more flexible than regular Wonderflex, so it will go around the ball. So I cut out a piece that was just a little bit bigger than the ball, and I stuck it in the oven on the lowest temperature and waited for it to get soft. And then once it was soft, I pressed it right around the ball, smoothed it all out until it held the shape of half the ball, and I did that to both halves. And then once it's cooled, I just cut off the excess around the outside edges with a little help from my kitty cat. So there's the one half, and then there's the two halves, and you want to make sure that you cut off enough so that there's a open spot between the two layers. So then I drew on all the little lines that were on the detonator. You just want to take an exacto knife or some other sharp blade and run it along those lines a few times. Then you'll be able to just peel the pieces of Wonderflex out of those lines. So you go all the way around. So here it is once I've got it. Kind of see how the pieces would fit together. So just take your exacto knife and go down the long lines. You're not going to cut these out, so you'll want to go over them once, just enough to make an engraving on them. So then cut a rectangle, a round-tipped rectangle out of some 5mm foam. And you just want to hot glue that, or any other kind of glue, but just glue that onto the top of the detonator. And then draw yourself a little circle right under the rounded tip. Cut it out and peel it off. And then I took 3 silver eyelets and I smashed them down flat. And then you want to take some glue that will glue metal and glue those right onto the lower part of the detonator. Just like that. So then I took a piece of 2mm craft foam and made another one of those round-tipped rectangles, but a little bit smaller than the first one. So I just hot glued that little one right onto the center of the first one. So then you want to give it some coatings of Elmer's glue, all the Wonderflex and the craft foam. You want to give it about 3 coats. Once the glue is dry, paint each side in chrome silver paint. And then you just want to scrape the silver out of that circle and fill it in with a little bit of red paint. And then I took some metallic black paint and painted all the recessed areas on each half of the detonator. So just like that. And then it's super shiny, which I don't want. I want it to look a little dinged up. So I took some gunmetal gray, and you just want to take a dry brush, get some paint on it, and then dab it on a piece of paper so you take most of it off. And then just dab what's left onto the halves of the detonator, so there's not much paint on your brush. You just kind of dab it up and down, and it gives it kind of that worn look. Just like that. Makes it look a lot better. So you can see the difference between the shiny half and the non-shiny half. So here it is when they're both gunmetal grade. And so then you can take a finger light. I was going to use a red one, but I couldn't find my red one, so I'm just using a white one here. But you can put a finger light inside so that your thermal detonator lights up. And then finally I took some metallic black paint and I painted the foam on the top, leaving a little bit of space so that the silver showed through. Now let's see how it works. Oh damn.